Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Hey there, and welcome to the show today. So glad you are here as we take a look at how to file a tax extension, just in case you might need to. Clocks have changed, days are getting longer. Spring is here. Oh, that means the official tax filing deadline is April 15th, 2023. Yeah, that's at hand as well. But getting your taxes done on time may be leaving you completely stressed and overwhelmed. Whether you still need to get your finances in order or your plan to file on time has been sidetracked by unforeseen circumstances, you can request a 6-month filing extension from the IRS. You just need to submit Form 4868 to avoid failure to file penalties that can add up to 25% to your tax bill. No kidding. So here's what you need to know about filing an extension for your 2022 taxes. You need to fill out a federal extension Form 4868. To go ahead and move your tax filing date ahead to October 15th, 2023, you need to file or complete IRS Form 4868. You can see a link to it at thecollegeinvestor.com, right inside this article. The form needs to be completed on or before April 18th, 2023, but keep in mind that you must still pay what is owed to the IRS by this April deadline. An extension doesn't mean you can also delay what needs to be paid. So important to know that. When you file a tax extension, you receive an extra 6 months to file your federal taxes. This is an extension to file your return, not an extension to pay your taxes. That is worth repeating. This is an extension to file your return, not an extension to pay your taxes. You can fill out, though, a paper form and mail it to the appropriate IRS location, which of course varies by state, or e-file it using the IRS online fillable forms, or through your tax software, TurboTax, Free Tax USA, TaxAct, TaxSlayer, or H&R Block. And we have links that go directly to those extension pages as well, right inside this article at thecollegeinvestor.com. Take caution, though, when filling out Form 4868. The form is deceptively complex, with just 9 fields. It looks like it should take a couple minutes maybe to complete. You start out filling out your name and address, social security number. Then you get to field 4, which requires you to estimate your total tax liability for 2022. Estimating your tax burden is the most difficult part of filing an extension. Most people who know their tax burden don't need to file an extension. So if you're looking for guidance on how to estimate your tax burden, you're not going to find it with the IRS, which tells filers to properly estimate your tax burden using the information available to you. When you estimate your tax burden, you want to be as accurate as possible. Certain tax software companies that allow you to e-file an extension have built-in calculators to help you estimate your taxes, such as the TurboTax calculator is very helpful, and they actually work for most filers seeking an extension. If you're really struggling with estimating your income, though, you might want to spend a couple of hours using tax software to get a more thorough estimate of your business or rental income. The remaining fields include a total of 2022 federal tax payments, the balance due if you owe more taxes, and the amount you're paying at the time of filing an extension. File a tax extension for your state. If you live in a state that requires a state income tax, you may need to file an extension in your state. The process for requesting an extension varies by state. Some states automatically grant a 6 to 7 month extension when the IRS grants one to you for the federal side. Other states require you to request an extension using their process. When you use tax software to request a federal extension, you will see the option to request a state extension as well. If you're not using tax software, you can also use an online search to figure out the process for requesting an extension in your state. You still have to pay your taxes by April 18th. I know this is like the 4th time I've said it, but still, this is so important. The extension to file is not an extension to pay. You should pay unpaid taxes when you request an extension. If you can't pay the amount in full, pay as much as you can. Filing a tax extension doesn't absolve you from paying your taxes on time and in full. The interest rates for overdue taxes range from 3 to 6% for 2022. If you have the cash to pay off back taxes, go ahead and take care of that debt right away. This way, you can avoid paying even more in interest over time. If you dramatically underpaid your taxes, less than 90% of what you actually owed, you may owe a tax penalty, which can range from 5% to 25% of your unpaid tax burden. Make sure to prioritize paying your taxes before April 18th, even if you can't complete your filing by the original tax deadline. Don't expect a refund until you filed. If you overpaid your taxes for 2022, you will be paid a refund. But that refund's not going to get back to you just because you filed Form 4868. You won't see a refund check until you complete your real tax return. You can expect to see a small amount of interest on the cash the IRS holds for you, but you can put your tax refund to work once you get your money back from the IRS. We have tips on that, by the way, at thecollegeinvestor.com. You can see all the links that we talked about, all of the extra help you need to file that extension should you need it at thecollegeinvestor.com. Just search for the title of this podcast and you'll find everything you need. You can also follow us on social media should you have any comments, concerns, or questions, anything at all. We'd love to get to know you better. We're everywhere. Wherever you are, just search for us and you'll find us. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.